Okay. So, and then I have to do a little bit of switcheroo here, a little bit of screen sharing. So be patient with me. Okay, can you see this slide?
I see the slides, yes.
Okay, so
your slides are in design mode.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, we can
so
see
now I'm
PowerPoint.
going to click here. And hopefully I've got the first one.
Yes.
Is that working? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's presenter mode.
Yes, I have it in presenter mode. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine with me, just
Can you see my notes?
Yes.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
next-
Well, I didn't want you to see them, but that's okay. So maybe I should switch it to the other one, the other screen. Oh, well, it's okay. You can read along with me. Try not to pay attention to it.
Hey, it's good for accessibility purposes.
Yeah. So anyway, I need a script. So that's the reason I've written notes on my on the meeting, and so that will make it easier for me. I will begin by saying welcome to our 2022 AGM annual business meeting, and we typically have this session during the summit conference, but this year, as in the past several years, we've been unable to meet in person, but we could have done it this year. But the thing is that there were a lot of people who were not able to attend the summit, and so we thought it would be better to have this online, so we could actually touch others in the community, reach out and meet you, just as we have met Richard and James, was it today? I should have written your names down. I can't see you right now. So anyway, that's the reason we're having this meeting on a line. So I think we've done the welcome, but here's the agenda. We're going to go through, do a year in review, business as usual. I'm calling it as usual because that will be kind of what we're doing now. And then we'll have some funny business at the end. I'm drawing for a prize, and then a grand finale. It's sort of like the credits of the presentation. So that's what we're going to do. So again, we are a special STC interest group that focuses on the specialty of instructional design and learning. So I think, I know I was talking to somebody about, well, maybe we don't do some of these things as instructional designers, but yeah, I think we do as technical writers. We do a lot of these things. So maybe some of you think that e-learning is what an instructional designer does, and yes, they do that. I mean, for example, if you an instructional designer might do a video that shows or that tests you on maybe a yearly training, a sensitivity training at your office. And so that is one way that we put out information as instructional designers. But if you create training in the classroom, maybe your company wants you to learn about a new product, and the documentation and the PowerPoint slides that you create, that's actually instructional design as well. So there are a lot of things that instructional designers do that are quite a lot like technical writers, and they could even be a website designer. So I think that's important to know, that there are a lot of things that instructional designers do that we already do as technical writers. And one of the things that on the second bullet point, it says promote sound design practices. Well, this is kind of like, it's more like the instructional theory we use similar, we use instructional theory in a different way, but the instructional designer uses ADDIE, the analyze, design, develop, implement, evaluate thing. And so maybe we use that particular type of theory to apply to instructional design, but also, to instruction. But we can also do that in as technical writers in documentation. So the process is pretty much the same, but maybe we don't do the evaluate at the end. We don't evaluate, go through the surveys, etc. So there are a lot of commonalities between what instructional designers and technical writers do. It's just kind of the application. So we encourage that, learning about these different things and the Idl Sig. So we also like to provide our members with benefits. And as you can see here, we have free webinars. We have a world-class, I call it world-class newsletter, but it is an award-winning newsletter. We have great social media resources that we try and keep up, and opportunities in leadership and ID experience. We have virtual meetups with the first Fridays at 5, student activities, and if we used to do training evaluations at conferences, and that might be a fun thing to start up again. So I guess what I like to end with is, if you add fun to the mix, you have our Idl Sig team. So I'm going to move on here to the recap. And so the recap is about the CAA. We follow the STC's best practices using the CAA guide to guide us. And here's kind of what we did last year. On the right, you can see that there are the achievement award categories. And then on the left, in reverse order, are kind of the things that a little bit broader commentary or summary of what we do as for that. Like the recognition is about honors and awards, but we actually the manager kind of researches this and sees the potential in candidates for many of the awards, and including our very own internal awards. But we also have we work on STC programs and initiatives. We promote them, and we do STC recruitment and Idl Sig recruitment. So and we did. I'm saying this in the past because we're going to do it again this year, but we really went for it this year in the sense that we came up with a great community achievement process, and it really seemed to work. We kind of fumbled through it, but we're getting quite good at it now. So hopefully this year we'll be able to use the same methodology as we did last year. I don't know if I need to read through these things, but I think the important thing is that we've been able to provide great Idl programs and special events last year, and we will continue to do that. You'll find out about some of the things later on from our specialists about what we're up to. And I think we've been reaching out to members and potential members. We've got just a really great team of people who do outreach and are very enthusiastic about it. And they were last year, and they are going to do it again this year. And we have been giving volunteers leadership opportunities, especially with our student members. or our new members, and we're trying to figure out ways to incorporate them into our leadership community, but maybe, you know, in small pieces, maybe not in large pieces. So if you think that you would like to contribute something, maybe you could give us a little, you know, a little nudge, get a little help. We can always use a small amount of volunteering or a large amount of volunteering. So the last one is do something new or creative, and that's for innovation, and I'll discuss that a little bit later. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of what we did last year, follow this plan, and then what we're going to do this coming year with also following through on this plan again. So we did it, I have to say, because our volunteers are really spectacular. They were and they are. And so you can see here are the you know, pictograph collage that Melissa put together for us. Thank you so much, Melissa. It's really beautiful. It shows what we accomplished last year, and these are the positions that the folks here held last year. And this year we'll have a little bit of adjustment in the people who are in this collage, because we have Lori, our membership manager, is now has been gone on to do some great things as a new director of the CAC, excuse me, of STC, and then she's also the head of the Community Affairs Committee, the CAC of STC. So Marcia is stepping in, has been stepping in for her this year, actually 2022. So we're in good hands with her. And I think everybody else, Melissa's going to be our new volunteer at large, because Marcia has stepped into the position of membership. So, and then we have, like, don't forget all those wonderful people down there at the bottom. There are very special volunteers, and so happy to have them on board. So now we're going to move on to the business part of this meeting, and then you won't have to listen to me talk. I'm going to listen to you talk. So I'm going to ask Jamie, would you please be able to present your
Certainly. Thank you, Marilee. So I am Jamie Sagan. I'm the treasurer for the SIG, and I want to give you all a financial update from the past year. So our current balance as of yesterday is, as you can see on the screen, is $1,879.80. However, I'm in the process of processing some expense reports and reimbursement requests. So after we do that, we'll have about $569.30, give or take a few dollars, because I still need to add up the money. So we're in really good hands. We're in really good shape financial wise. Now, just a quick explanation about our finances. So where do we get the money to fund all these activities that we do within the SIG? Our funds come from two different sources: community funds and vested funds. Community funds are provided by STC. So we get $5 per member. So what STC does is that at the end of their membership year, which is August 31st, they'll see how many members we have, multiply that by $5, and that's how much money we'll get for that following year. So for example, for this year, as of August 31st last year, we had 329 members, multiply that by 5, and so we got $1,645. And the community funds, since they come from STC, it's use it or lose it by the calendar year. So we're on good track to use up our funds. So that's why we have all these different prizes. And I'll explain a little bit what we use our money for, but Community funds have to be used within the calendar year. So these funds that we got, we have to use by the end of 2022. Now, vested funds, on the other hand, are the funds that we receive from events that we hold ourselves, which include our webinars. So in the past, several years ago, we used to charge admission for all of our webinars for everybody, even SIG members. And so those funds would add up over time. And so we would build up our vested funds. And since we've earned that money ourselves, those funds carry over year to year. So right now we have about, I would say about 400 or so invested funds, but when you add that with community funds, that gives us our total amount. So how do we spend our funds? So basically, these are items that benefit the SIG members as a whole. And these items include our annual subscriptions for Zoom and for SurveyMonkey. Zoom is how we carry out all of our meetings and all of our webinars, including what we're on right now. And we use SurveyMonkey to conduct surveys. So in the spring, we had our communication survey. In fact, for the next newsletter, we'll publish the results from that survey. We also hold our biannual member survey. We're thinking about making that annual, but that's still in discussion. But in any case, that's the survey that gives us an idea of who our membership is and its makeup. Other items we purchased for the SIG include swag for the conference. So that way we have branded items with our names. So people have those items and they feel good about, hey, this, every time they look at it, they think, hey, this is Idl Sig. This is really cool. And we also have prizes, incentive prizes for our different events. Whatever is not donated by different companies, we fund ourselves. We also have giveaways. Whatever's not donated, we'll purchase. And we also have other expenses related to Summit, such as shipping information, because for those of you who have not been to Summit, we set up a really incredible table, us and as well as the other special interest groups. We'll set up a table with different decorations and activities, and it's a chance for Summit goers to talk with us and to check out the different communities within STC. And I'm probably going over what Mary Lee is going to talk about, but essentially, since we're a virtual community, Summit is pretty much the only time, the sanctioned time, that we have to gather together. So any sort of materials that we have, that's what we use our funds for. So just about one last thing about the budget. So every year, in order to get that money from the community funds, we have to submit a budget, which goes to the STC office. And so once we submit it, they have a budget review committee consisting of their STC board treasurer, staff, and select STC members. They review these budgets to make sure that we're spending our money on the benefit of SIG members, not just for Jamie, not just for Mary Lee, not just for Vicky or Melissa, but for everybody. And so they want to make sure that our budget items align with this principle. So that's our quick update. That's our financial update, and whatever questions you have regarding our funds, I'll be happy to answer.
So does anybody have questions? Okay.
If not, you can always reach out at any time the questions come to you.
That sounds good. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Mary Lee.
Okay, so we have a membership update here, and Marcia, are you able to join us and give us a rundown?
I do have audio.
Okay.
For some reason, my video is gone, but we have a beautiful slide, so you don't need to see my face. Okay.
As long as you can see the slide or you have an inkling of what it is, then.
Yes. Okay. So as of May 24th, we had 263 members. We expect that to continue growing until we get to our August 31st magic date, when we will be funded by that number of members. We do also keep track of our lapsed members and try to reach out to them to see if maybe something got lost when they renewed and they actually think they're members, but that didn't get through the renewal process. We break down, an interesting way to break us down is that we have 38 student members, 24 new professional members. These are the folks who are going to be running the show 5, 10 years, 15 years from now. So we're really happy they've decided to join us now and get in on the ground floor, as it were. We have 102, the folks who belong to everything, all of the SIGs, one chapter, and they have the opportunity, being gold members, to get discounted prices for STC's educational openings, offerings. They also get to postpone when they register for the summit at a little later date, so they can leave their planning for that travel a little later than, say, regular members. We also have 73 senior members, folks who've been at STC for at least 5 years. Some of those go into several decades. Some of those are just making their 5th year now. We also have 11 STC fellows. Those members who have not only been are of long standing, but they are the people who are the movers and shakers and the gurus and the leaders for our whole technical communication society. We also have 11 STC associate fellows, several of whom are on this call right now. These are folks who are also movers and shakers and leaders and thought providers and the folks who help keep everything running. So I'd like all our associate fellows to raise their hands and say hello. And Vicki and Jamie, I can't see everyone, but anyway, that's pretty much who we are from a membership point of view. We have lots of folks with lots of good ideas, and there's always room for whatever you want to contribute. So don't be shy, come to a meeting, see what we're working on, figure out what you might be able to contribute, and join us. It would be great.
So I'm going to move on to the membership update. Shall we just go beyond that? I think you, this is about, it's a slide that shows the memberships renew at the beginning of each calendar year. Did you want to address that, or shall I just kind of show it on screen and then we'll move on?
Well, I just had a few quick things to say because this is information that folks are going to be getting in reminders.
Okay.
But if you know someone who hasn't joined STC, but they're thinking about it, I know someone who joins every August, which means she gets those last months of the year. If you join in on September 1st, you get all the rest of the current year plus the next 12 months. And that's an important thing to remember because you're getting a 1 1/4 or 1 1/3 worth of a membership instead of just one full membership. So if it's as late as August and you're thinking about joining STC for the first time, wait till September 1st and you'll get a lot more for your money. And since she's done that twice, that's why I wanted to make sure I mentioned it.
Good.
We're all watching our pennies these days.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
So the slides will be available, and did you want to go over anything on the like the link here, which would be in the slides themselves?
Well, the link here will take you to the STC website, which will give you the detailed explanations of each level and cost of the membership types.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you know, if your circumstances fit, student or retired or regular, you can see what you'll get, what benefits you'll get from that. Gold members also get the hard copy of the Intercom magazine. So there are lots of little extra perks with gold, and it's a little bit more, but it is worth the price. It really is, if you can do it. And I'm done.
And you done?
I'm done.
Oh, okay, I didn't quite hear that. Well, thank you very much, Marcia. You're doing a great job stepping in for our Lori, and of course you've had a little bit of experience in other places too. So thanks again for doing what you do. Okay. All right. So I have here an ideal newsletter update, and so Melissa, would you like to stand in for James and Carolyn?
Actually, I just got a note from James, who's saying he works at the university, at McGill University, rather, in Montreal in Canada. And it's convocation week. So he's very busy. But I'm happy to tell you that we had a really full issue at the beginning of June. No, sorry, we're planning on having a really full issue for this coming June. This issue, isn't that yesterday? No, it's the end of June.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm sounding like I'm an idiot, which is not far from the truth. It was our first quarter issue that was jam-packed full of things, and had 2 articles that are actually going to be reprinted in the Intercom because that's how good they were. We have a 3-person team now, made up of James, who's the editor-in-chief, Carolyn is the assistant editor, and I'm just on the team helping them out wherever needed. You can always send in content through that email address on the screen. We're always looking for content. Marilee talked about the mission of the SIG, and it's really to support people who are doing those things in their jobs. And the way we support 10 or 15 years ago is we had really, really active discussion groups. And it seems with the introduction of the internet, life has changed. The discussion venues are not as busy, but we still want to provide education to our members and support. So if you have a problem you want help with, writing an article about it to the newsletter, like explaining what your problem is and what your issue is, share your knowledge, share your experience. And then as a technical communicator, as an instructional designer, and then we can maybe hopefully promote some discussion and interchange or exchange of ideas and methodologies and techniques with each other. You can look at the last newsletter online via the website, or you can, Marilee sends out I think it was James, puts together an interesting MailChimp article that is the newsletter. And then you can read it when it shows up in your inbox. So any questions about the newsletter? Topics, deadlines? Usually we publish at the end of every quarter. So that was the end of March, the end of June, the end of September, and the end of December, with a deadline 2 weeks earlier than that, so that we have time to edit and ask any questions about the articles, and then we go ahead and publish. Okay, that's it for me.
Yes, and anybody who's on this Zoom call, we would encourage you. It sounds like we have 2 gentlemen who might be, or should I say guys, or I don't know. I don't know what's proper here, but 2 gentlemen who are very well involved in, or have been involved in, instructional design. So we could certainly use some articles that maybe you would have done, some type of introspection into instructional design. So I would encourage you, if you have any interest, to maybe write a newsletter article for us. That would be awesome. Okay. I don't believe that Janetta is online with us. She is our specialist. No, she's our specialist in communication. As you can see, we call her the social media. What do we call her, Melissa, social media guru or
Wizard,
wizard? Okay.
wizard.
Okay, all right. I have to get the names right here. I think we should all have names that that we come up with on our own, and we'll have to memorize those, right? Anyway, so she takes care of Twitter, most LinkedIn and Instagram, Facebook, and and she has been working with some of the Slack posts. So this was her report that we have. We have 123 followers for our Twitter account, and you can read what we've got here. I think what's really impressive to me about LinkedIn is we have a lot of 403 members, and I consider LinkedIn a really good place for posting professional things, professional credits and bringing conversations to people who are in the profession. And we often have some really good, I'd say, publicity on our LinkedIn channel. So Instagram is just getting started. We just implemented that last year, but we do have 41 followers, and that's pretty cool. Also, Facebook, we do a lot on Facebook, especially keeping track of the programs and like First Fridays at 5s and any type of webinars, and just kind of informal information. So it's just the way that Facebook should be, kind of informal and fun. So well, I'll get to Slack a little bit later. Since I will have these slides available for you, I would suggest that you take a look at the SIG brochure. There'll be a link in the slides, and it's a nicely done brochure. So I'll move on. So here we go. So here we've got a programs update from Vicki Dill. Vicki, would you like to present?
Sure. Hey, everybody. Vicki Dill, and I, based on what you just said, Marilee, I want to be the program's poobah. If that's okay. Okay. Then we do. Right now, we're in sort of the summer lull, the post-summit lull of our programs. We have a very active First Fridays at 5. It started off as a student initiative, and then all of our volunteers and all of our participation have made it really, I think it's a really good program, and it's had a lot of support. I'm sure that our Anita and Melissa and Ruth Ann, and I'm going to miss some people, so I'm not going to call out names. But anyway, if you haven't attended a First Fridays at 5, it's really good. It's basically turned into a Zoom discussion. Often we do have an educational session, but also often we just talk. We talk about what's going on in the ideal world. We get to know each other personally. I think it's a very good program. Those are more informal than our traditional, more formal webinars. So we do have a webinar series. We have tons of recorded webinars that you can look at, and there's a link right there to them on our website. I was just thinking about them today because one of my colleagues at work was asking me, should I have a handout? And we've got a complete webinar from Chuck, and it is about why you should, yes, you should give handouts, and here's how to make them better. So anyway, we have a complete series of webinars, and we're working on more. We were, let's see, it's in process, so we can't really announce it yet, but we're working on a summit session. Danielle Matthews presented a wonderful session on how to make your PDFs accessible. Also to give them better search engine optimization. So it's working with PDFs and we haven't picked a date for her yet. And we will be picking up some of the other summit sessions as they go along. And you can find us on our Facebook. As Marilee said before, that is one good place for us to put where we have our events. And there's a calendar on our website. You can reach us at programs@stcidlsig.org. And we would love for you to reach out, because we'd love for you. I know you've got a superpower that you can share with us, either as an informal session for First Friday or as a more formal session for our webinar series.
Mhm.
Or you may know some other poobahs and superstars, and we would love to hear from them. It just adds value to our membership if we use the funds that you guys provide through your dues to spread the good word of instructional design. Anyway, good program. I love being a part of it. Never going to turn down help if you want to help out. So thanks for letting me share. Let's go on to the next guy.
Thank you, Vicki. Awesome. All right, volunteer update. Anita, do you have, are you still there? I can't.
I am still here, yes.
Oh, yay. Not putting out any fires right now?
Not right now, no, snowing. So I started the volunteer coordinator role this year, and we have multiple options for volunteering with the SIG. We have our leadership roles, which provide the best opportunity for meeting people and connecting, but they do have the longest time commitment. So then we also have our support roles, which have less time commitment, and but they still provide that being able to work with other people, get to know each other, that kind of stuff. And if your time limit is really short, but you are still interested in volunteering, we do have our short-term tasks, which you can try out volunteering, or if you're interested in creating portfolio projects, that's another option. You can contact me at volunteers@stcidlsig.org if you want to have discuss more information, or if you'd like to volunteer, including for our First Fridays program, I can help you with that as well. I offer support to find that role that fits what you're looking for. So we work together to find the role that fits.
Nice. Thank you so much, Anita. That's awesome. I love how you've broken this down. Okay. All right. Melissa, we have the student outreach article writing competition. Would you like to go over that quickly?
Absolutely. Let me just find my, I keep losing the slides. I don't know why. There's Zoom. There it is. Hang on. Not that I don't know anything. I know it all by heart. Earlier this year, rather, in February, we had 2 entries, and they are both volunteers with the SIG. Adele is on the call. Ruth Ann isn't with us right now, but she's our secretary. And they wrote 2 fabulous articles, one on the difference working with people from different generations. And Adele's was on how to begin, like when you become an instructional designer, what do you need to know to become one? And she did an overview of really a wide, not huge number of different things that you need to know to be a good instructional designer. And both of them were picked up by the Intercom. Adele's has been published already, and Ruth Ann's is coming. The next deadline, what we do is we ask students to write an article about instructional design, and from 1,000 to 1,500 words. And when they submit it, we judge whether or not they're worth publishing in our newsletter. And then we also make a recommendation for whether or not they should submit it to the technical communication body of knowledge, or what we call the TC BOC. And that's a compilation of all the knowledge we have in our domain. And also, if you win and you're published in our newsletter, you win a 1-year membership to STC and our SIG. So it really helps both of us. We need help always. Actually, we're looking for a new outreach coordinator. But even if you've got a couple hours, we would love to have some help. And as well, the next deadline is coming up in November, and we always need judges. So you can reach out to student outreach at stcidlsig.org. And I can help you with that, especially if you're interested in volunteering to lead the committee. The committee has a super manual that explains exactly what you have to do and when. So all the thinking has been done for you, although you can always improve the program. But it's just there, you just have to execute, that's all. And it's about an hour a month, with a little bit more time needed in the judging months of February and November. Thanks, Marilee.
Thank you. But you get another one. No, I guess you took that out. All right. So my turn here. This one is about our website and MailChimp announcements and Slack discussions. And so a lot of you have gone to our, I hope, to our website. That's where we have our IDL news and activities, but we also post general, we also have evergreen pages, so to say, that we update so you can learn about us as a SIG. Soon we will be conducting a website makeover, starting the makeover actually we'll be convening the website makeover committee. And we're trying to do kind of a new layout and design, and then we need to reorganize the content. So we have opportunities to do that. If you'd like to be part of that, we're more than happy to bring you on. So just let me know, and then we'll make you part of the committee. So MailChimp announcements. So what happened with last year, we found out that we had lost our very old announcement. It's actually a bulletin board. And it was an announcement list and it was a discussion list. And so we had to kind of go through a very daunting process of trying to decide what we needed to do with our announcements. And so we ended up we're now using MailChimp for our announcements. Hopefully you've been receiving our announcements from MailChimp. I think that they look pretty nice compared to just the plain text that we used to have on our announcement list. So that's announcing. Then we had the other discussion list, and what we have done is we've used our Slack channel, STC workspace channel, as you can see down there at the bottom, with the # SIG Instructional Design to conduct discussions, and we've had some pretty interesting discussions of recent. And so I would, if you are not part of the STC workspace, there are some instructions on the website, kind of buried, but you can find out how to join Slack. Does anybody know offhand, is there a place where we can, where you go on the STC website?
Yes, it's on their homepage. You have to be invited to join Slack. So you basically go to this site on the STC homepage, and whether you click there or whether you send an email to somebody, you get an invite back. And then you can join the Slack community, the STC Slack community, which is called a workspace. And the workspace is divided up into a bunch of channels. So it's, just go to the homepage, look, you can even search for Slack invite, and you get online. It's really quick. It's a great way to, it's like a mini email or inter-office communication tool where we
Yeah.
can talk to each other.
Nice. We also have a Slack, an ideal Slack workspace, and that is primarily for volunteers, so we can have conversations back and forth. And so that has been very helpful for us, especially with the CAA, because we've been putting things in there, and we've just been using it for small conversations. So it's a good resource as well. I'll move on. So now business partnerships, we're doing a little advertisement here. This is part of the Community Achievement Award, by the way. So we like to encourage someone to give us, to sponsor us. And this year we have, and last year, we had business partnerships with TechRight Consulting Limited and Imperial Productions. TechRight sponsored our Summit Welcome reception on May 2022. I don't know what date it was, the 15th maybe, at the welcome reception, and then where we gave, where TechRight gave away a $25 Amazon gift card. And Imperial Productions is going to sponsor this meeting so that somebody has a chance to win a different $25 Amazon gift card for this meeting for attendance. We'll have the drawing at the end. I'm trying to build up a little excitement here. Okay, and so this is kind of a rundown of what happened to us when we filled out the Community Achievement Award. We were so coordinated and so ambitious this past year. And when I say past year, the Community Achievement Award is for the previous year. So it was for 2021. We filled out all the forms necessary, and but we are given the award in the following year, just before Summit or at Summit. So we were so excited, those of us who attended, to receive not only a Platinum Community Achievement Award, we knew we were going to receive that, but we were just blown away because we, for the second year in a row, the most improved community for 2022. And so boy, our team just really worked well together. It was an amazing year. We were really busy and working like a real steam engine, creating all of these great memories, but also doing a lot of fun things together. So we at that reception also picked up some documents for a Pacesetter Award. Now, a Pacesetter Award is different than a Community Achievement Award. It is a Pacesetter award is like a one-time innovative idea that we do, and so we got a Pacesetter Award for our groundbreaking First Fridays at 5, our student run, I guess a water cooler chat, so to say, meetups. And then we also received a Pacesetter Award for our Summit Online Summit Social event, which was a scavenger hunt. Great fun. And so delightful to be a part of. We also, 2 of our candidates for the Distinguished Service and SIG Award, Marcia Shannon, and another award for students, the DSAS, Anita Matichek also was the recipient of that award. And then to top it all off, the Alpha Sigma Honor Society inducted Anita Matichuk into the Hall of Fame. This is as long as she's an STC member, she will have this great honor. So congratulations to all of us. The Summit Honors reception was wonderful. I wish I had a photo of it, but they're still working on that. So thank you, team. It was a great place to be, and I'm so proud of us as a team. Okay. All right, Melissa, this is the starting of the fun part of our
We sure had fun, to tell you that. So the Sunday night before the summit really gets going, we have a welcome reception, and it's where everybody gets to meet the expo people, the vendors who are there. And also we have community tables for the communities of practice or any of the COIs, which are communities of interest, who want to have a table and have people there to explain what they do and I guess really troll for new members. Ours was Sunday. We had a table on Sunday night, and I brought a lot of the stuff with me that we wanted on the table, but I was delayed in arriving. So because I didn't know that you had to have a COVID test to get into the US when you come in on a plane. You don't when you drive in, but you do on a plane. At any rate, I landed at 4:30. The thing started at 5, and 2 minutes after 5, I'm flying through the lobby of the hotel with my bags in tow, and some of the swag that you see on the table in the first picture. Marilee and I are sitting at the table and we're talking to a passerby. You could see a computer at the front because we'd set up a Zoom meeting hoping that anybody who couldn't make it to Summit would drop in and see us and see what was going on and talk to us, but no one had time, I guess. Then also on Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., 11 of us got together, and the SIG bought coffee for anyone who showed up at the breakfast at that time. You have to pay in advance for the buffet breakfast that you eat. But we, Marilee very kindly put together some little gift packages, and there was a $5 in an envelope. It was kind of cute. And plus our new swag, which is this new light bulb that you can see. Thank you, Marilee. I'm waving my cursor wildly, but of course nobody can see it. There's part of the fun was this is the first time in 3 years that we've seen each other. So there's a picture there of Cindy and myself and Jamie and Marilee, and it's like old home week to see everybody. And one of the activities at a summit is what's called the dine around, where you sign up to go out for dinner with people you don't know. You sign up for a restaurant, and then a whole group of you wander over to the restaurant and have dinner together. Our group was supposed to be 14 people, but only 6 of us went, which was perfect because we really got a chance to get to know everybody. And that's me in the pink with the hat on. We're posing. You can't see because of the size of this picture, but we're right in front of the Chicago motorcycle place, Harley Davidson. Is that their factory is right behind us there. And last but not least, underneath by our other light bulb is Lori holding up our Most Improved Community Award that we received. Oh, and I forgot to point out at the top right is a picture of Anita, who is being honored there for being inducted into the society or being a DSAS, I can't remember, but it's the honors banquet used to be quite a big deal, and people would get very dressed up, and it was very expensive. So it really fell in people buying into it. So now we just have an honors ceremony where people's names are announced or the pictures are posted, and you post for photographs. And but you do get a chance to be recognized for your achievements in the society, and it's a fabulous fun. The whole summit is. if you're a student, you can volunteer and they waive your registration fee. You don't get to go to all the sessions you want to because you're busy volunteering, but it's a lot of fun. And if you get old like me and retire, there's actually a retirement category for pricing for the summit too. So that makes it a little bit more affordable. And just as a total aside and take us right off track, sorry, Marilee, did you guys hear that Elaine is retiring? Elaine Gillum is retiring.
Oh, no.
Yeah, June 30th. She's, that's her last day. She's been with the society for close to 20 years. It's amazing. Okay, so that was the some of the social events. We just had a blast, and it's a lot of fun. There's your lead in, Marianne.
Yeah, there we go. Ta-da. So let's get to the really, the funny business.
Can you make me a co-presenter or a presenter, because then I can spin the wheel in public?
Oh, okay. Why don't I, let's see. I don't know if I can make you a co-presenter. From here. Let me check.
Just click on my name.
I can't see your name. That's the problem.
Okay, hang on. Maybe.
Sorry.
Yeah, display the participants list and then you can see all the names.
Yeah.
Right.
There we go.
Participants
Here we go. All right. There it is.
Because I'm not using the same link that you did. You've got listed here, and I've got all the names all ready to go.
Okay. Melissa. Oh, how'd that happen? Okay, what I want is, it's not allowing me to make you a participant. So I probably have to
stop sharing.
Stop sharing. Okay. Stop share. There we go. There we go. Yay.
Okay.
All right. So now I'll make you a participant. I'm a co-host. I can do that. Mm-hmm.
We should have practiced this.
Yeah. No.
How about if I share screen and it'll probably say, oh no, I can't. There we go. Go. I believe.
Here we go. All right, here we go. I finally got it. Now I can do it. There it is. Do you see that?
Whoa, oh.
Do you see them?
I see the wheel.
Okay, good. What?
Did you?
No, we can't give me.
Why not?
No, because I'm the one that's sponsoring this.
Oh, right. Okay.
You have to spin the wheel again.
Makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel again. All right. Sorry about that. I didn't realize if I actually clicked on the screen, it would automatically go. So It's taken your name out. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Spinning. Woohoo.
Yay!
I don't get to pick the music. Yay, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Yes, indeed. So I'll need to collect your information, although I think I have it. Congratulations, Rachel. You're the big winner today. So I think I have your information, so I'll get back to you. And gee, I really, that was fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
Okay, so let's see. I
just want to share again. Share your screen.
If I can find it. All right. I got two screens, and then of course it's kind of crazy the way. Oh, I just okay. So, all right. Okay. So I mean, can you see this screen now? Okay, good. So this is just kind of like our credits, and here are ways that that you can reach out and to us, and they will, as I say, this will be in our PowerPoint pack. Vicki has so graciously is going to help me. Graciously offered to help me with putting this into a YouTube video. And we'll also post, where are we going to post the slides? Should we do it on the website, or should we just do it in on the?
So if I get to vote, so this is Vicki. If I get to vote, we often post them on our website.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that then.
We post them as a PDF, and we put a link to the slides when we post them. When we post the video, 2 places. One is on our website, but the primary place is in our YouTube channel, and there'll be a link to the slides in the YouTube description field. So you can find everything in both places.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. I'm sorry we had to do kind of a little bit of technical stuff here, Richard and James, because I would like for you to be able, if you'd like to take a look at the meeting and you want to take a look at the slides, if you think that there's anything in there that you'd like to help with or not, we'd just love to have you have a connection. So. It will be on our website, these, and again, these are the reach out and touch us, or you know, ways to communicate with you. So what's next? Well, if you want to check out our volunteer classifieds, here's another place you can do it. So it's there's a website link there. And also, you could join one of our monthly meetings. That's opened once a month, the 4th Wednesday of each month. And the time will vary according to your location, but it will be at this time on Wednesdays for approximately some 12:30. My time, it's 12:30. Eastern time, it's 3:30. So, and if you want to help us with the Community Achievement Award planning this year, just contact me, manager at stcidlsig.org, and I'd love to have some extra help. So that's kind of the end of the slides. I don't know if anybody has anything else that they'd like to add, any questions, any that we can answer. I'd be happy to do that. And
no questions, but thank you for putting this all together, and everyone's so wonderful to work with.
Yeah, we have a great team. And we're always looking for more members to participate, if you can, you know, small or big. As Anita, she must have, oh yeah, she's still there. I was wondering if she left because she had to put out a fire. But she had a great list of things there, you know, like from the most time commitment to the least time commitment. So any type of connection with us is greatly appreciated, any type of help. And so I will adjourn the meeting unless we have some questions from our lovely guests, our handsome guests.
Well, I just wanted to, I'm wearing a different hat these days, so I'm going to be transitioning into the Community Affairs Committee Chair hat, and I can't put it on quite yet because Anne Marie is still transitioning me into the role. So I will be, you know, looking forward to that and supporting communities and helping communities be strong and thrive and feel proud of their accomplishments. So I'll be dropping into these meetings occasionally. I'll be attending other chapter and SIG meetings just to, you know, keep in touch with everybody and find out, you know, what people are doing. And so I will, I'll be in touch with y'all soon.
That's good. Thank you, Lori. We did mention you when we had our collage, our Hall of Fame there. So you were listed in our Hall of Fame.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other announcements or questions? I mean, actually, I haven't been able to follow the chat because I've been presenting. So was there anything in the chat that I should be attending to?
I think it was just mainly comments, you know, when
Okay.
people were being congratulated. I didn't see any questions in there.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Jamie. I forgot to have somebody do that. Okay. Well, we'll give you a little bit time back in your day. This went over a bit, but thanks for staying with us. We so much appreciate your attendance and look for some updates on the website so that you can see a review of the meeting and a link to those PowerPoint presentation, the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. All right.
And we're on Slack also. I forgot to mention, we always share things on Slack.
Okay. Yeah, that would be the STC workspace, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, of course, we'll share it in our own internal first. Or is it okay? Can we share this? Is this okay? But yeah. Well,
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day and see you soon, I hope.
Great.
Okay, thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
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 bye, guys. Love you.
I love you too. So glad you could make it.
Goodbye.
Bye, Richard. So good to have you.